Morning, how are we all doing? Pete here. Wednesday morning, just after the weekend, been away to the Bruce Pollard rally in Dragon Rally in North Wales. Went on the old Himalayan. I've just washed it down and AC50'd it and stuff like that because it was covered in road salt and stuff on the icy roads. Been a fantastic weekend. The bike has performed faultless. No problem whatsoever, no problem starting on a cold morning. I did take a jump starter with me, but I didn't need it, just in case. Fuel, I done 600 mile round trip, and I put it was about 35 quid in fuel each way, so 70 quid in total, 70 pounds English money. But that's a 600 mile round trip, fully loaded. I had camping gear on the back, all these I had beside panniers on. They were full up with gear. I took lots of stuff with me, and then there's me with all my motorcycling gear, and I'm 6'2", 17 stone, so I'm no sort of shrinking violet. So I can't praise this bike enough, really. Let me just push this door to a bit. I can't praise this. Stanley's actually, who's the star of the show, he's actually asleep on the settee. He's been already out in the garden. Yeah. So Bruce Pollard rally is a memorial to Bruce Pollard, who used to rally all over the place on his Norton many years ago. And the Dragon Rally, I think it's been going 60 odd years. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's right. I've only been, it's my third Dragon Rally, so I'm not a seasoned Dragon Rally person. I'm not a huge rally fan, really. I like the smaller rallies, but I'm not a massive fan of the big rallies. But I've got some friends who go and stuff like that, and it's nice to meet up. I don't get to see very often because they live in different parts of the country. So, but going back to the Himalayan, I did test ride the 450, the new 450. Personally, for me, I found it too vibey. It wasn't the sort of bike. This is more low down grunt, and this Himalayan is pretty much box standard. The only things I've done, it's got a better spark plug, it's got an open air filter to allow more air in, and the evap system's been taken off it. But apart from that, it's box standard. Now, I was on the motorway coming back home because I just wanted to get back, and I was doing between 60 and 70 miles an hour. No, I know that might not be, but that's the legal limits in the UK, 70 miles an hour as far as. I could overtake trucks, no problem. I could overtake everything. Yeah, it was fine. I have no issues with that speed at all. And I'm 64, so I don't want to go too fast anyway. And it's not a review of a Himalayan, this bike, because there's enough reviews out there. I don't do reviews and stuff like that. It's not sort of my real cup of tea and bag. But for me, living down here in rural Cornwall, this is probably the one motorcycle that is it's the best motorcycle I could have, really. I can do a few green lanes, gentle green lanes. I don't do nothing that's too silly green lane wise, but it'll do it. No problem at all. I can load it up with my luggage, my camping gear. It can carry everything. I can use it just with the top box or without the top box. I can just go shopping on it. And the roads down, most of the little lanes down in Cornwall are not very good. The potholes and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's got a few dents. It's got a dent in the tank there. It's got a few scratches. You know, and I've had no real proper issues with it. I've serviced it myself. I've done the head bearing. Everything's pretty straightforward. I'm no expert mechanic. I can do stuff, but I'm no expert motorcycle mechanic, but I can get by. So I've done most of it. It went through its MOT 3 weeks ago. Went straight through, no advisories, no problems at all. I just looked over it. The only advisory I got was the chain slightly worn. When I knew that, and I've ordered it. I've got a new chain and sprockets sitting over there on the shelf, so I'll get round to do that. The only problem at the moment, the gear selector sensor is playing up, so when I drain the oil and change the oil next time, I'll strip all that down and have a look at that. But like I said, I've done the valves twice, no problem at all. I've adjusted the throttle body as well. I've done that myself, and there's plenty of stuff online you can. So it's a cheap motorcycle to run. You can buy these now, pick them up, dirt cheap. You know, a couple of grand, £2,000, you buy yourself a good motorcycle. The one, this is a keeper for me. I won't get rid of this. It's just not worth me selling this bike, and I'm just going to keep it and run it. And the Wiltshire man, I think he's got one as well, and a few other people I know. Jeff Saddlebags has got one. A few other mates of mine have got them, and it was one of the most popular bikes at the Dragon Rally and Bruce Pollard Rally. Actually, there's loads of them about. And if you know, you know. With it, and also my mate Wayne. Wayne, he lives up in Callington, and he's done thousands of miles on his. and a lot of trials on his, and he's been quite successful on that as well. I've done 7,000 miles on it, it's just over 7,000 miles. I bought it with 650 miles, all the gear on it, back in 2020, I bought it. It's a 2019 model. It is what it is. It's got everything I need on it. And as long as you keep it maintained, I keep it washed, I keep it not too much washing. I don't believe in washing motorcycles too much, taking all the oil and grease on. I keep it. That's my shiny bike. Betty's my shiny bike. This one's just like a workhorse really, and it's got heated grips, which is nice. That's the main reason I took it to Wales. And I didn't know what the roads were going to be like. It's sort of like built for that sort of type of thing. But yeah, I think this bike is, well, I can't sing its praises highly enough. And I can't remember, I was trying to think how many motorcycles I've had over the years. I've probably had hundreds and hundreds of bikes. Well, not hundreds, but I've had, a lot of motorcycles over the years. I've been riding motorbikes, mopeds since I was about 14 years old. Off-road and then on-road. I used to commute all the time when I lived up country. I've had MZs. I'd like another MZ. If anyone watches my channel and has got an MZ in the UK, TS 150, 250, be nice if someone got one. I'd be very interested to get in touch. If you have got an MZ sitting in your shed at the back there, I'd be interested. I'd even buy another one of these. And my mate Wayne messaged me the other day because I put something about me wanting an MZ, and he said, these are the new MZs, and he's not far wrong. I liken them to like a tractor, a bit like a tractor or a Land Rover. They are industrial, they are rattly, they're not that fast. You get some strange noises from them, but he starts, he goes, and you point him in the right direction, and that's what I want. That's what I want from a motorcycle. This is a proper workhorse motorcycle. If you're blatting up and down the motorway all day, doing 50, 60 miles every day or 100 miles, then this probably wouldn't be the motorcycle for you. Not in the UK anyway. But if you want it for like general use, around the lanes and stuff like that, I don't think you can find anything better. I really don't. Easy to work on, cheap to work on, cheap to run, cheap to tax and insure, which all adds up these days. But if you want to keep motorcycling, and for me, it's quite a tall bike. I'm 6'2", but that's a bonus for me because it's nice and comfy. Mind you, the little 350 is nice and comfy for me, and I'm 6'2" and I've got a Pan-European. That's nice and comfy out there. But I just wanted to do a little 7,000 mile review, really. Not review, but my personal opinion of the Royal Enfield Himalayan. It's such an underestimated bike. Such an underestimated bike. Why they stopped making this model and they went to the 450, I'm not quite sure. People ask for more power. People always want more power. But for me, I find it adequate. I'll keep it box standard. I haven't had a cam on it. I haven't done anything to it. And I find it fine. It's great. I can sit there. Yeah, if it's fully loaded, it's going up a steep hill with a great lump like me on, and the wind's not better, and you've got a headwind, your speed's going to drop down. It'll drop down to 50 miles an hour, 55 miles an hour. But if you wind it up, and I can keep it going, and I can, on the A30 coming back along the steep hills and stuff like that, I didn't drop below 55, to be honest with you, at the steepest point. But I sat there at 60, 65 all the way home, really. I don't thrash the pants off it, but yeah, I sort of tend to ride 60, 65 sort of miles an hour, and I find that fine. It's fine, great. But like I say, for a general purpose bike, it's been to Dragon Rally and that twice, 600 mile round trips. So it's done the long trip. I've been to other places up country on the bike. Yeah, brilliant little motorcycle. If you want a general all-purpose motorbike, I would honestly have a look at one of these. Cheap to run, cheap to maintain. And if you're interested in like motorcycle mechanics as well, and doing a bit of your own repairs, because let's be honest with you, a lot of the garages and dealers are not great at doing repairs, Yeah, if it was to come down to a complete engine strip down, I'd probably have to get some help with that. But I like I can do most things. I can do most things. Anyway, thanks for watching. Speak to you all soon. Yeah, I'll be back at work. I've got to go work tomorrow night. So how long I keep working, who knows. Watch your space. Take care. Oh, and if you like the videos, please give us a click, like, subscribe and all that stuff. I'm not that worried, but if you don't like them, don't watch them. Take care. Bye for now. Pete out.